in downtown New Orleans. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Chicago Bears and the New Orleans Saints. Both of these teams about to reach the halfway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line.
Set. 180. Check 52 to Mike. Watch the screen. Watch the screen. Watch the screen. Check 9. Check 9. Slam. 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 Eight. 52.
Now the first carry here for Phillip Lindsay. And that is the kind of tackling they want to see all game, as he'll lose yardage to start things out. It'll be a loss of 1, and it'll be 2nd and 11.
At the 21-yard line.
Ready. 180. 6 guys. Check 6 guys. Sponge. 20. No.
On second down, a run with Lindsay. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. 8 yards there on the carry, and now they're left with a much more manageable 3rd and 3.
Makes it 3rd and
3.
Third play of this opening drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 3. Now a play fake, and it's Newton. He rifles one that's intercepted. Desmond King picks it, and his crew will take over at their own 45-yard line. Really nice pick there for the reigning NFC Defensive Player of the Week, and a good story on that. He said he didn't even know he won the award. His buddy had to call him. He saw it on television and said, hey, congratulations. How about that?
And I'll bet you his buddy said, well, since you didn't know, I'll just go ahead and claim the award, right? And everything that goes along with it. But the reason he won the award the previous week and what we just saw there, instincts, understanding where the play is going and being able to make a play on the football.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11. Operating from the gun, Love. Oh, he's able to outmuscle him here as he pulls it in. Mark that down as a pickup of 13, and the Bears have the first.
Let's go.
Now a first down carry by Jones. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. Last week, of course, the great performance, over 200 yards. He still wants to be fed.
And they should. That's exactly what you should do. I have not yet met a running back that's run for over 200 yards that says the very next week, hey, let's back things up.
I don't need it as much.
No, they want it more and more. They're going to be ready to go because they think that's going to happen naturally now. Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, there's nothing but room to run.
And his kick is good. He got every bit of that one, as it's good from 56 yards out. They were probably hoping to get him a little bit closer for a shorter field goal, but he was able to get it done from deep.
Nice little tester for him to begin things, huh? I think he was open for a little bit more of a chip shot. Instead, they made him stretch it out a little bit, but he's got to feel great now that he put it through the pipes.
Let's go.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, only gave up 3 points off of that, so it shouldn't be a difficult hole to overcome.
It really shouldn't, as long as they're not listening to the chatter coming from the other side, because when you throw a pick, look, I know defensive backs, they have a tendency to be a little bit loud after they take one away.
There he goes, right side. Touchdown, New Orleans. Philip Lindsay, 79 yards. And the Saints have taken the lead. And those are the highlight reel runs you dream of right there.
When he gets a seam and just gets through it, how about the explosiveness, the burst to get there to begin with, and then once he's in full gallop, good luck trying to track him down.
And those plays so demoralizing for the defense.
Absolutely, because you've done so much work trying to keep people in front of you. When they're past you and behind you, that's a tough one to swallow.
And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been had he simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. 7 yards there and a first down.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
On first down, Love. He finds Corey Davis. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. A really nice gain of 25 yards. So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. 2nd and 4. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. Throwing on first down. Love. And this is Parker, complete. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. 23 yards on the play. Great mix of play calling so far. 3 runs, 3 passes. All 3 passes have been completions. 1st and goal.
I think on defense now, you have to almost take a chance. Relying.
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Chicago. Aaron Jones with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Bears have retaken the lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead is now 10-7. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been had he simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And they hit the home run last drive. 1 play on the ground all the way to the house. Now the defense, maybe they're expecting a run here.
Partner, I love your description because when we talk about hitting the home run, we're usually thinking about a passing play, aren't we? Something in the air, deep ball. But how about them just taking it big-time jaunt? Now if you're coming back out, now they've established this run game, the play-action pass could very well be open.
On 2nd down now, it's Lindsay. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. 10 yards, good for his Saints, 1st down. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
20.
On 1st and 10, it's Lindsey. Bringing him down there, Jonathan Allen.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
10-7 our score after 1 right here on EA Sports.
Watch the run, watch the run. Watch the ship, watch the ship. Hey, hey, watch the ship, watch the ship. Under 10, 10.
On 2nd down, it's Lindsey. And forget that 100-yard rushing game, at least for the moment, as he'll lose yardage here and fall back under the century mark for the game.
Brings up 3rd and 8.
Hey, it's a set, ready? Watch one. Double tight, guys, double tight. 3 down. Safe. Gun. Ready?
Throwing on 3rd down, Newton. And able to find Kirk complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 17 there and a New Orleans 1st down. So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 46. On the counter, Lindsey. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 12 yards there, good for a Saints 1st down.
Well, that last run makes this a 100-yard night. I've loved the way he's hit the holes. He's been quick, he's been decisive, and he's been a whole lot of fun to watch.
Back. Pick the edge. Go. 8. Ready?
On 1st down, right back to Lindsey. And after the good gain last play, this time they say, as he's going to be stopped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And that'll make this a 2nd and 13. To throw is Newton. Screen pass to Lindsey. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for 3rd down.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
And he won't be close to a 1st down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. They'll be marked inches short, no gain on the play, and that's going to lead him to 4th down. The field goal unit's going to stay put on the sideline. They're going to go on 4th down here. They're going with Lindsey. And an alley to run. He's got the 1st down inside the 10. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. Philip Lindsey with his 2nd touchdown here in this 1st half. And the Saints have retaken the lead. Extra point by Seibert up and good. And the lead is now 14-10. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense get the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Jones. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. Mark that down as a pickup of 13, and the Bears have the first. They held him in check in the first half, but that's his longest carry of the game right there.
So would this be the definition of fresh legs since he didn't get much done in the first half? Now he has a great opportunity. He's taking full advantage of it.
The throw here to Andrews, the tight end. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. First down for the Bears, a gain of 15. So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 47. Back to throw. Love. He's got his man. It's Andrews. A gain of 6 there on first. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Out of the pistol to give to Jones. He's got a first down and more inside the 30. That one good for 26 and a first down.
This has been a good drive so far. It's been the running game for the most part that's powered them down there. Another nice burst there, picking up a first down. Now it's 1st and 10, as you said, in the red zone.
And they'll keep on the ground with Jones. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. Aaron Jones with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half, as his guys are able to regain the lead. Extra point right down the middle, and it's now 17-14. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
The Saints take over. Come on, man, let's go. At their own 25-yard line.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides in this thing, it's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe a tennis match in a football game.
Yeah, I like your description there. Maybe we're sitting in a nice royal box watching this type of a game. But let's face it, right now, the way it's going back and forth,
touchdown, New Orleans! Phillip Lindsay on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns as his guys have now moved out in front. Extra point by Seibert up and good, and that will make this a 4-point game. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They have to be pleased with the way that they moved the football thus far.
And why wouldn't they be? 2 touchdowns on a field goal in their first 3 possessions. They're playing so well right now, the field goal probably feels like a disappointment.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. On first down, it's Jones. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 13. From the gun, Love. Flushed out right. All in all, no gain on the play, and it'll bring up 3rd.
Well, there was pressure all around him, so the only play was to try and get out of there. I think it was an excellent effort by him just to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Love. And incomplete. He had nowhere to throw, so he just tossed it away. But that brings up 4th.
These 2 offenses have gone up and down the field so far in the first half. Finally, I say, here's a stop on 3rd down.
And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. And this will be touched by a member of the kicking team inside the 20, and it's at the 17-yard line. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. You're under a minute to go here in the half. Field position not really in your favor, but still time to try and move the ball and get in field goal range.
Yeah, you got the lead. It's definitely a thought. Let's go ahead and try it.
And now nothing but green ahead of him. He's at the 30. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Phillip Lindsay on his way to a historic performance, 4 first-half touchdowns. And the Saints are able to strike quickly for 6. Extra point by Seibert, up and good. And that pushes the lead up to 11. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And you're under a minute to go in the half, a first half that hasn't been particularly kind to you. How do you think they'll play this?
Well, I think the smart approach is to run out the clock, lick your wounds at the half, and see if you can come up with a strategy to play better in the second. But there's also something to challenging your offense right here. You know, hey, guys, you help dig this hole. See if you can get us out of it a little bit before the half runs out. Let's go make some plays.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. And a big loss here as he's taken down.
Okay, you know my bias is about to come out here. A lot of people think that the offense is just moving in the wrong direction. I'd say they're moving in the right direction because the defense is pushing them back.
Former defensive guy. Now, as a quarterback, 3rd and long, you really got to rally the troops here, don't you?
Yeah, you do in a big way. And what else do you have to look out for? More pressure coming at you because it seems to be working pretty well.
Looking for Jones, and it's intercepted. Picked off around the 37. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. Seibert able to knock this one through. So we have come to halftime in what's already a 2-touchdown game. As we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. That throw good for 4. It's second down. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Running right, Jones. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. 7 yards there and a first down. So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 47. Now this one complete to Corey Davis. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. They'll run it with Jones. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. It's a pickup of 10 and a Bears first down.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
After the run by Jones, here's 1st and 10. Off play action. Love eluding the pressure right. He'll get this one complete to Davis. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. 18 yards on that one, and Chicago has the first.
Ready up. 50's the mark. That can reach Travis. Let's go.
They'll run on first down. Jones. And he is going to lose yardage here. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down. A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. And this is caught. It's Parker. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. That was the 8th play of the drive, so a somewhat fitting pickup of 8 yards.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete. Down this close to the goal line, first down. Surprised that wasn't a run?
I am, and you know I'm old school. I want to run the ball on first down in this situation because 2nd down, that gives me that option of running play action, maybe throwing.
And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Bears. Aaron Jones. His 3rd touchdown of the game, number 14 on the year, as his guys are back within a single score. Point after, right down the middle, and that will get them one closer. This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the three-point
kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him in contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that. I don't know about that. Super toe.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. They'll go again with Lindsey. After getting stuffed on first down, not much better there. 2-yard gain. Good job there keeping him to a short gain. Of course, he's coming off a really terrific performance, reigning NFC Defensive Player of the Week.
And I know people get caught up in, well, if you're the reigning Defensive Player of the Week, you must have made a bunch of spectacular plays. Like you mixed in a few of those, but most of the plays are just like we saw there. Keep them to short gains, make the fundamental tackle.
On 3rd down, Newton. Open man is Kirk, complete. And he'll be stopped here well short of the first down at the 24-yard line. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down. Here comes the Saints punter now as he's on to punt for the first time tonight. On the return, it's King. Give him 11 yards that time on the return, and the Bears take over. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Give them 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. They'll go again to Jones. And he puts his head down and gets up to the 42 for a gain of about 6. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. He'll take that anytime you hand the ball to him back.
They'll try and run for it with Jones. And Jones is not going to have the first down as they stop him short. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be 4th down.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Let's get it.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. One quarter remains here on a Sunday night. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. They'll go with Jones. And he's got a first down as he's up to the 48. Well, we kind of looked at each other as they decided to go for it, but in the end, great execution, a 6-yard gain, and it all works out. On 1st and 10, Love. He gets it into the arms of Parker, complete. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. They'll try the right side with Jones. He's got the first down here inside the 30. 16 yards is the pickup there on a first down for Chicago.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch victory.
The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. Operating from the gun. Love. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
And plays like that really hurt play calling. They had a really nice gain on the previous play, but gave about half the yardage back on the sack. Excellent pressure up front. Nowhere to go with the football. Down he goes.
Looking to throw. Love. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Picked up by James Bradbury. And he's able to get it back to right around the 27.
Well, there definitely was some juice on that pass. And while tight ends don't always have the same reputation for hands as wide receivers do, in this case, that ball was expected to be caught.
The drive will commence with a run by Lindsey. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
2nd and 12 at the 25-yard line.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12.
Great, great, great.
A shotgun snap for Newton. Open man, it's Preston Williams. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
Our time. It's our time. Gun, gun, gun. Hey, check, check. Mike 50, Mike.
From the gun on 3rd down, Newton. Well, now Lindsey lost the football.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. Cam fakes the give and keeps it. DeMarcus Lawrence able to record his 5th sack of the season. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one's maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. Zero accountability, and a sack resulted.
First and 10 at the 50-yard line.
On first down, Lindsey, and maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and it'll be 2nd and 11. Out of the gun, Newton. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
It's a team game, but sometimes individuals do stand out, don't they? How about that for a twofer? Tackle for a loss on a running play on the previous down, and then comes right back and gets a sack.
Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. From the gun, here's Newton. Cam fighting. He lost the football. It's out. And this is picked up by the Bears. And they bring this one back. A fumble return for a Bears touchdown. The call is to go for 1 and kick the extra point. And no sweat. He puts it through. And we are tied here in the 4th. So here comes the kickoff now, all even here in this 4th quarter. That's fielded in the end zone. They'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They'll start on the ground with Lindsey. And he'll be brought down here at the 28. It's a 6-yard pickup, but it gets him to 2nd and 4. Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. So it's Saints football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Another run by Lindsey. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things. But the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
Switch. Here we go.
They'll try and run forward with Lindsey. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. Give him the 3rd down conversion, 5 yards on the play. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. A give running right, Lindsey. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
On 2nd down now, it's Lindsey. A gain of 2 there on the heels of a 1-yard pickup on 1st. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 33 seconds remaining.
Touchdown, defense.
Newton. That's going to be caught by Kirk. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears 36. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2, as he'll stop it with 27 seconds showing on the clock. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They'll run. It's Lindsey. Shaquille Barrett in on the tackle. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. They'll keep it on the ground. Lindsey. And some space here. And he's in for the touchdown. And in the final seconds, forget overtime. They've just likely won this thing in regulation.
And that score in this time frame, that's like a big reveal at the end of a great movie, isn't it? Out of nowhere, almost, it appears. They get it done. How about that score?
Finishes like this is why we love sports. This is why we love the game of football.
So glad that we got to be here to watch this one.
So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They have time here, partner, for just one final heave.
And I have to look at it from the defense's perspective here. We know what they're going to do on offense. The Hail Mary, try and get guys down there and throw it in the end zone, tip it around and catch it. You've got to have guys back there to defend that, but also you can't allow the quarterback as much time as he wants.